the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet NextGen Racing Series fires things off for race number 3 here in these next-gen machines. The Gen 6 Cup cars gonna hit the track at the high banks of Michigan International Speedway tonight. It's the Dirty Old Cars 160. That's right. You can check out Dirty Old Cars on the History Channel week after week. Wednesday nights, I believe that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. Great show. Great watch. Do want to thank Tonight's sponsor, Brian Mescal Jr., for bringing on such a great sponsor to cover the race here at Michigan International Speedway. But nestled in the rolling Irish hills of Brooklyn, Michigan, drivers ready to hit the track and lay down some fast laps. Qualifying session already underway, but first, how you doing? How you feeling? Out there in TV Land, race fans, guys, you can all join us here tonight as always. David the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside, so we're going to jump right to it. Track temperature a bit high. Look for these cars to be slipping and sliding through the corners. Gotta watch the exit of turn number 2. That's going to be the hot spot here tonight. So what do you say we go ahead and jump trackside? Let's get rid of that track information and bring you some of your qualifying times here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. Last week's race winner and a pole sitter sitting right at the top once again. Travis Smith looking to go back to back. He holds the quick time in the Damian Patton Real Estate qualifying session. Smith with a 39.20 for the fast time. So as the music slowly fades away into the background, we're going to begin to have that clearer picture of how these drivers are going to roll off here in just a few moments for 80 laps around this giant 2-mile speedway. We're going to see if we get another fresh face to victory lane, or if we get our first repeat winner of the season, Nigel Christensen, taking the top spot in Daytona. Christensen is here, still yet to make his time lap. 20 drivers have turned in a lap. We're still waiting for 4 to get out there on the track. Christopher Spencer in the 11 Ford Mustang, he's out on track. He's going to lay down his first fast time of the evening, but nobody able to dethrone the man at the top of the speed chart. Quick time belongs to Travis Smith. So there you have it, the Damian Patton Real Estate qualifying session well and underway. Just about a minute remaining for these drivers to lay down their fast time before we will get ready to begin to wrap things up on the pre-race show and get ready to dive right into some great high-speed racing action. It's going to be high-octane, high speeds, high banks here from Michigan International Speedway. No real clear-cut advantages for any of the drivers throughout this field. The point standings very close after the course of the first 2 weeks. And now with the final few moments here in qualifying, looks like that's pretty much going to do it. Walking away with the Damian Patton Real Estate Pole Award here tonight inside of that number 9 Chevy. The Camaro quickest and topping the speed charts tonight. Travis Smith will roll off of the pole position here tonight. What a run by Smith and his entire crew, getting some momentum built, and it looks like they may walk away with a handful of points here tonight. So again, what a great night here in beautiful sunny Michigan. I mean, the weather is beautiful. The track looks to be in good order, and drivers are now going to be clearing the track and heading through pre-race inspection, getting set for tonight's Dirty Old Cars 160 right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So as the track falls silent, we're going to take ourselves a quick commercial break. Head trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with your starting lineup.
the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside high above as we take a look down from the turn 3. Blimp here tonight from Michigan International Speedway as drivers get set to roll off the starting grid for the Dirty Old Cars 160 right here with the Next Gen Racing Series. You're watching the Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet Next Gen Racing Series live from Michigan, and it's going to be another fast-paced race here tonight. Could we see flag-to-flag action? Only one caution last week at Homestead. We watched the fast number 9 of Travis Smith walk away with a dominating race-winning performance. Will he be able to do it again? Tell you what, let's jump a little closer to the track. There you can see everybody beginning to make their way to pit road. And through final pre-race inspection, we'll get ready for your starting lineup as drivers get set and ready to roll here tonight. Just a handful still down there making their way through that inspection tent. Big field here tonight for a big track. 24 drivers set to make their way off of pit road and roll into the Dirty Old Cars 160. It's going to be 80 laps of fast-paced action here tonight. You don't want to blink an eye. If you got to go, you need to go now. Go ahead and fill up with those drinks. Get that popcorn ready because this is going to be a barn burner. I can assure you that. A lot of great racing action, 2-3 wide at times. Look for fast speeds all night long. In the final few seconds remaining here, drivers going to turn on those engines and get ready to roll. And as you hear the background music begin to come into play, it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup. Brought to you by Damian Patton Real Estate, snatching the pole award moments ago in the qualifying session, rolling off of pit road from the top spot. Inside row number 1, the Dirty Air Racing number 9 of Travis Smith will lead the field to the green flag with Alex Coffey lined up just to his outside. Back in row number 2 here tonight from Michigan, the 11 of Chris Spencer, followed by the 15 of Raymond Habina. Michael Schultz, Brian Beach going to make up row number 3 here tonight. And in row number 4 inside, the 01 of Nathan Biggert. The below of Roy Hyde. He was fast at Homestead. Strategy did not pan out. Can the Michigan native get the job done at the hometown track? We'll wait to see Dustin German and Zachary Compton back in row number 5 tonight. Inside, starting in that 11th position of row number 6, the 34 of Wayne Lowe, followed by the 75 of Waylon McConnell. McConnell's got some fans out there in the stands. He's going to look to have a good race here tonight as we continue through the running order. Here you go. Let's go back. Rick Schneider, Jeff Ottinger right there in row 7. Row 8, Jacob Delgado and Michael Boone. The 12 of Dylan Blankenship inside of the 05 of Jan Van Leer in the Instant Coin Racing 05 machine. Thomas Watson, Matthew McMeekin round out row number 10. Final few drivers in the field as the pace car gets ready to roll away. Seth Steele, Chad Meadows, Nigel Christensen, and Lance Yancey finish out the field for the Damian Patton Real Estate starting order. And through the restart zone, all the gas and green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. Smith, your pole sitter, gets out to a good jump, leading the field down into turn number 1. Here we go, stacked up and ready to roll. You can already see drivers fanning out through these corners. A lot of real estate to be had. Whoa, the Ally machine has a little bit of trouble. I believe that may have been Delgado with a little bit of an issue off of turn number 2. He's going to keep it out of the outside wall, but we've got a big battle at the front of this field for the top spot. Smith under fire. 2 fast drivers all over him. Here comes the 15 of Hadina, looking to take the spot away, looking all around, just can't seem to find a place to put that Rainier Beer, the Ford Mustang. In order to make the pass, he's going to slide into second, falling back just a little bit now is Coffee. Coffee going to go from second back to fourth. Big moment there for Brian Beach, that Mountain Dew Baja Blast machine. Big wiggle from the bottom of the exit of turn number 2. Beach almost had to catch it before going into the outside wall. We'll get some of that timing and scoring to you this time around. Lap number 2 going to go in our back pocket as we begin the long run to the checkered flag here tonight. Your pole sitter Travis Smith running well, looking good out front. And I tell you what, why don't we back up a little bit? Let's see if we can't get a little more space here. Let's see if we can't find what's going on, find some more green flag action for you to watch here. A lot of battles all over the racetrack. Let's go back around that 10th position. Here we can find Wayne Lowe, Roy Hyde, Jacob Delgado all going at it. The Ally number 48 machine had a little bit of a moment on that opening lap, but it looks like he's got it all sorted out. And here he is taking the position away. Delgado going to move into 9th as he's trying to grab a spot away from Wayne Lowe as well. Lowe stuck on the high side here. So a handful of drivers all single file now. Few looking at the bottom of the racetrack. You can see Thomas Watts. He's wanting a position. Roy Hyde right there. Close racing action with the Wrangler number 83 machine. Still close battles out there on the track. Let's go outside of your top 15. Here you go. Watch that number 4 of Matthew McMeekin. The Bush Parade. Oh, and we got trouble. We got one around. Dylan Blankenship gonna go for a ride. Let's take a look right here with that number 12 Menards machine. And it looks like not a lot of damage on that Ford, so it looks like he may have been able to keep that machine out of the outside wall. Let's go back. Let's see what happened. Let's see how it all went down here on lap number 4 to bring out the caution flag for the first time here tonight. The Dirty Old Cars 160. Oh, and he's going to get a little help turned across the nose. The driver on the inside. Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. He's going to go ahead and go around. We'll jump back one more time. Let's take one more look at it here. Let's see if we can't make out. No, that's the 05. The 05. Some contact with the right side of the nose of the car, and that's going to be just enough to get the 12 machine out of shape and send him for a long slide and a big ride. As we find ourselves under caution for the first time here tonight, we're going to jump back up front with your race leader. Looks like Raymond Hadina was able to take the top spot. Timing and scoring loops seem to have put that number 15 in the top spot, so we've got a new race leader at the front of this field for the first time here tonight. Travis Smith going to relinquish that race lead. The Rainier Beer, number 15. Fast Ford Mustang, he's going to take over the lead of the race. Handful of drivers going to work their way onto pit road. Chris Spencer, Nigel Christensen, Chad Meadows, Lance Yancey, and Waylon McConnell all going to come down to the attention of their crew members. So maybe a little bit of strategy play coming in here early tonight from Michigan International Speedway. We do have some numbers on what potential fuel mileage could end up being, but we don't want to speculate and we don't want to give out any misinformation. So we're going to keep what could be some fake news in our back pocket, and we're just going to continue to roll on here tonight. But for the first time, under caution here at Michigan. Good to see some fans out there tuning in here tonight, rooting on their favorite drivers. Welcome in Kelly Coffee out there, cheering on that number 19 machine, the Toyota Camry, looking good here tonight. Let's take a look at Alex and that 20 machine. Number 19 plastered on the side. Alex has been one of those quick drivers. He took the pole position at Daytona in the season opener. Had a little bit of a rough go at finishing out that race. A little bit of a tough time last week as well, so he's looking to try to turn around his season and walk away with some great points here tonight, sitting as the last driver inside of your top 5. Alex Coffey going to lose a handful of positions here. He's had some great speed in qualifying, but he's going to drop from 2nd back to 5th. We'll look to see if he can hold serve here, and we'll see how well he can go on this restart as drivers received the one finger wave. It's 1 to go. We'll go back. Green flag racing this time by. There we go, field through 1 and 2, double file down the back stretch, ready to roll. Once again here, we'll drop the green flag. Coming to take lap number 8, still a very long way to go for all of these drivers. Everybody's still going to need a pit stop. Questioning a little bit of the strategy of these guys trying to catch up with the field here as they came to pit road. Looks like most of them just getting a little bit of fuel in the cars, trying to extend the run here. But with everybody still needing to make at least 1, if not 2 pit stops to make it to the end of tonight's race. I don't know about that strategy call this early, but I don't have to agree. I'm not in the car. I'm not on the pit box, and we're going to roll into the restart zone and on the gas. Green flag flies. Once again, here from Michigan International Speedway, race leader, new race leader, Raymond Hedina going to take parlay that control car position into a good run on the start. 2, 3 wide for 4th, 5th, 6th. On the racetrack, Brian Beach under fire here. Looks like the 19 of Alex Coffey. He's going to want to keep that 5th position. We've got some hot and heavy action here. 2, 3 wide back in the back of the field. The Rowdy Energy Machine right there having to deal with that number 12 of Dylan Blankenship. Blankenship had a little bit of a moment moments ago, but here he is running his way back up through the field and back into inside of the top 15. 2, 3 wide right here. Alex Coffey, Wayne Lowe, Brian Beach. 3 wide racing here. 34 of Wayne Lowe stuck on the high side of the racetrack, almost 4 wide with Zachary Compton in the 81 taking the big swing. Whoa! Contact sliding up the racetrack, and around we go. Alex Coffey and Zachary Compton going to come together. They're going to collect each other, and that's going to put us under caution for the 2nd time tonight. We've seen it happen right there before your eyes. We watched it all go down. We watched how it transpired off of turn number 2. A little bit of a slide up of the racetrack for Coffey. He's going to catch the tail end of the 81. They're both going to spin to the inside. Nobody else caught up and involved in this one, but let's go. Do we got it, guys? No, not yet. Okay, well, they told me hold up. They're not ready for it. And there we go. We got the replay, so let's go check the Dale Earnhardt replay here off of turn number 2. There's Coffey sliding up the racetrack. He's going to catch the 81, and oh, Brian Beach did catch a piece of it. Brian Beach does catch a piece. Small contact for the 19 on that right front, but some heavy impact to the right side for Compton. With that inside safer barrier, that's going to spell some trouble for him here tonight. To look for him to be on pit road. are trying to fix some of that damage and put this thing into a little bit of a damage control situation early here tonight. 10 laps in, we've still got 70 to go here from Michigan International Speedway, and as we find ourselves under caution for the second time here tonight, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, pay a few bills, pay a few sponsors. You know how all of that goes. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Don't go anywhere. You won't miss any of the green flag action live here from Michigan.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And back trackside as promised, race fans, not missing any of the action here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. As we roll on here tonight, second caution of the evening, coming after a little bit of a slide off of turn number 2. Alex Coffey thought he had enough room, but unfortunately the distance going to be misjudged just a little. Contact with Zachary Compton, and the 81 going to have a spin, and he's going to go for Ryan Bolt's drivers head down Pear Road to fix up a little bit of damage under this caution. But we're back double file heading into turn number 3. We'll get ready to drop the hammer once again. Through 3 and 4, the boss man in the flag stand has that green flag ready to wave one more time. We'll roll to the restart zone, and away we go. Green flag flies. Once again here from Michigan International Speedway. Smith with a better restart this time, but 15 is going to be able to keep that top spot side by side for 3rd and 4th. Brian Beach, Wayne Lowe going at it. Beach going to have a little bit of an advantage on that high side, working his way through the center of the corner off. Oh, and more contact into the outside wall, in more trouble. Roy Hyde going to get stuffed into the outside wall. The 48 of Jacob Delgado going to come up the racetrack, and that's going to cause some problems. We're going to head right back under a quick caution here. Caution number 3 off of turn number 2. We already told you, we already knew turn number 2 was going to be that trouble spot. We've got trouble once again here at Michigan. Trouble off of turn number 2. Handful of drivers caught up and involved in this one. So what do you say we go back and check the Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet replay here Let's see how it all went down. Let's see if that is indeed exactly what happened. So yellow flag going to come out here. We'll go high above with the turn 3 drone cam, trying to find out what's happening. And it's all going to go down in front. So we'll take one more look at it. There's Roy Hyde. Contact. Trouble. One more time. We'll look at it high above. And there you can see a lot of stack up. The 99 involved. The number 3 involved. The 00. The 48. A lot of drivers caught up and involved in this one. And a lot of drivers having to make some big moves to miss the trouble off of turn number 2 and going down the backstretch. Big time implications for a lot of drivers early here tonight. A lot of the field going to be in damage control mode for a vast portion of tonight's race event. So big time trouble for a handful of drivers and some heavy hitters involved early here. The caution flag flies for the third time here tonight on lap number 13. We're back behind the iRacing pace car. Our good buddy Josiah Millen out there in the pace car, pulling those pace car duties for us. And it looks to be, what is that, about 8 drivers going to head to pit road this time. Chris Spencer, Alex Coffey, Nigel Christensen, Chad Meadows, Roy Hyde, Dustin Sherman, Jeff Ottinger, and Jacob Delgado. All going to head to pit road this time around after contact between Hyde and Delgado coming off of turn number 4, pancaking the outside wall and nowhere to go. More drivers going to catch a piece of it and go for a spin as well. So a lot going on these restarts. Drivers trying to tiptoe through the tulips, and some of them doing a little better job than others. Tough night here for a handful of drivers. Looks like Roy Hyde and Delgado both going to be relegated to pit road for quite some time. And that very well may change the strategy out of both of these drivers. Will they be able to keep themselves on the lead lap? That's going to be the more important question here. You don't want to get yourself too far behind the 8 ball too early here at Michigan International Speedway. Because once those green flag laps start rolling in, they start rolling in pretty quickly here. Both Hyde and Delgado going to make their way off of pit road, so they will stay on the lead lap. But how about Raymond out there? Yeah, I mean, if there's one position where you're not really worried about the caution flags accumulating throughout the night, that's when you're at the top of the charts. That's when you are that race leader. You continually get to have a slight advantage on these restarts as you are the control car. You bring the field back to the restart zone and back to the green flag. Since snatching the top spot under our first caution, Raymond's been able to fire off well in that fast Rainier beer. The Ford Mustang, the 15, has done well. Smith with a better restart last time around. When we seen Brian Beach and Wayne Lowe back in row number 2, we seen them going at it off of turn number 2 as well. So we'll watch that battle continue. A lot of drivers still in this field. It is still anybody's game as we are closing in on the quarter of the way mark here. 16 laps in. We'll begin lap number 17 this time by. 3 cautions early here tonight brings the field back to a crawl, but we're ready to drop the hammer. Oh my goodness. We're ready to drop the hammer once again here from Michigan into the restart zone, and on the gas, green flag flies with Adino with a great restart here. Smith's going to stumble just a little bit on that high side. He's going to lose a little bit of ground. He's going to have to battle with Brian Beach now just to keep that second spot for the moment. Beach going to fade away down to the inside. Here he comes. Big run off of turn number 2. This has been the trouble spot. Everybody makes it Clean and clear through this time around. We stay green flag racing here. Big run to the inside. Trying to make the block on Wayne Lowe. Brian Beach going to run him down the racetrack just a little bit from 34. Still going to make that move to the inside. The bow ties going at it as they slide up the racetrack through 3 and 4. Brian Beach going to keep that third position. Here comes that DuPont. Number 24, piloted by Michael Schultz. Schultz with a good run here. Looking for some positions. He'll go side by side with Nathan Biggert in that. Bass Pro Shops Ducks Unlimited 01 machine. The Camry looking pretty sporty here tonight, but it's a field dominated at the front by the bow ties. 3 out of your top 5 drivers are sporting that Chevy symbol on the front. Fastest Ford in the field. Fastest man as we run. Ruben Fernando up there, top of the speedway, top of the scoring pylon, and he'll bring the field back across the start finish line, and we'll drop that time and score back to the left-hand side of your screen and let you follow along just like we do. Find your favorite driver. We've got a lot of you out there watching, supporting. We do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in here tonight. Without you, there would be no us. So while you're here, while you're at it, show these drivers some love and appreciation and let them know you enjoy all the racing action they provide week in, week out. Each and every Sunday night, you can get your adrenaline fix right here with the Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet Next Gen Racing Series. Travis Smith with a slide job through 3 and 4. He's going to make the pass, but Hedina going to make it work with a crossover bottom of the racetrack. He's going to leave that lap. Smith going to have to go back at it from the high side. We'll stay side by side. Here on some lap traffic down there working their way off of Pit Road. The 15 with a good run through the center off. And where does Brian Beach go right here? Who do you want to help? If you're Brian Beach, what do you want to do? Who do you want to help, or do you want to take it off for yourself? I tell you what, let's give you a good vantage point here. Let's go inside and ride with that Mountain Dew Baja Blast number 18. Well, Brian Beach taking a look at Travis Smith as he regains the race lead once again. So, once again, a third lead change of the night. Just 2 drivers to show this field the way around here at Michigan International Speedway. Beach going to close in, looking for the pass. Will we see a crossover attempt? He's going to look to the inside. Here comes that crossover. No, he's going to stay tucked in line. A little bit of a bump trap down the backstretch here. And man, what a run. I'm telling you, these guys are all over each other. High speeds here at the high banks of Michigan International Speedway as things begin to calm down just a little bit at the front. A 3-car breakaway. Smith, Ardina, and Beach all going to walk away. Wayne Blow and Nathan Biggert going at it for that 4th and 5th position. Michael Schultz ready to pounce, ready to pick up the pieces right here in that DuPont number 24 machine. But how about that Monster Energy number 3 of Rick Snyder? Snyder with a great run as well, already picking up 6 positions so far here tonight. And it looks like we've got some Magic Man moments going on at the front of the field. They're going to scatter just a little bit as a 24 of Michael Schultz has a little bit of a connection problem, and everybody going to fan out from there. 34 of Wayne Lowe going to go to the high side of the racetrack, work his way around. Oh boy. Big moment there for the 15. He's got trouble on the top side. He's got trouble on the top side of the racetrack. He's going to lose a handful of positions here. He's going to drop 7 positions in just about 2 laps on this restart here. Tough break. Close racing action with the 4 of Matthew McMeekin. Ooh, man, I'm telling you, turn number 2. Turn number 2. It is getting dicey. Meanwhile, up at the front, it's a 2-car breakaway. Let's go up here. Let's take a little look here as Travis Smith beginning to walk away and assert himself at the front of the field. We'll go back with an onboard camera shot looking back at the field, and there is Smith's advantage a half a second. That is what it looks like as now Nathan Biggert looks to work his way around Brian Beach. That's going to be for 2nd and 3rd on the racetrack. Rick Snyder, Wayne Lowe, Zachary Compton, all right there. The 24 of Michael Schultz also still in the mix. He's going to move into that 7th position as Dustin German, recovering from an early on-track incident, being involved with one of our early cautions here in that 99 Ford Mustang of the German has been able to turn the tables and turn the tide, and he is now back inside of the top 10. He's going to pick up 2 positions from where he qualified, now sitting in that 7th spot. So he took the pole last week. He started at the front this week with another pole position and rolled off with the Damian Patton Real Estate starting lineup top spot. He led the most laps last week at Homestead, looking to lead the most laps here tonight. Travis Smith starting to open things up. A 1-second advantage now down in turns 1 and 2. This car, well, you heard it from the man himself last week in post-race interviews in Victory Lane. This car really kind of suits his style. One of those drivers that has a dirt track racing background, used to slipping and sliding around in the car, feels a little more comfortable with a little more slidey, or more, how do you even say that? With the car being a little more slidey, a little more twitchy, having to work the wheel and work the throttle a little bit more. Smith openly admitted these cars play right into his wheelhouse and right into how he likes to drive, and you can see it right here. Already after the restart, going to take the top spot and then walk away. He's got himself over a 2nd advantage. Big battle on the track right here. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. They're all over each other. They're 3 wide. Dustin German trying to work his way through the middle, and here comes Alex Coffey. Alex Coffey involved in an early incident here tonight. He's going to rebound well. What a recovery here. I know we've still got ourselves a long way to go as we work our way towards lap number 30, just about 14 laps away from the halfway point here tonight. But Alex Coffey caught up and involved in an incident early here tonight. I want to say the 2nd incident of the evening. 4 wide through 3 and 4. Oh my. They're all going to sort it out, but that is a big-time moment there. 4 wide through turns 3 and 4, and how about the run to the front for Dustin German, the man in that number 99 machine. German going to pick up 7 positions from where he qualified here tonight, so locked in a battle for the Jekyll Controls Hard Charger Award here tonight. Dustin German going to pick up 7 spots. Wayne Loam also picking up 7, but the biggest mover on the race. A little bit of a quiet night for this gentleman. Let's go back and check in with Jan Van Leer right there, and that GoPro 05 machine. He's going to pick up 11 positions, already into the double digits on spots gained, and that's going to be a hard one for anybody to catch up with here. We'll see if Van Leer is able to keep the pace up, able to continue his way to the front, because he's in control of the Jekyll Controls Hard Charger Award as we turn around the close off of turn 2. I'm telling you, as a former racer, as somebody who's been out of the cars for a little while, it still works my nerves a little bit. I still get a little antsy in the broadcast booth up here when I see such close racing action. I see those moments going on, and it was almost a big-time moment back behind the battle that we're watching right here. I believe that was the 11 of Chris Spencer up at the top of the racetrack, almost into that outside wall. It was very, very close coming off of turn number 2 last time around. So as things begin to settle in just a little bit, we've got a lot of battles going on right here at the tail end, or mid-pack of the field, we should say. Right here around Jan Van Leer, running in that 7th position. Dylan Blankenship, Brian Beach, Michael Schultz, Rick Schneider, all right there lined up with each other. Jeff Ottinger going to make up 12th position. Matthew McMeekin still rolling well here tonight in that Busch number 4 machine. Spencer and McMeekin going to go at it for position, but things heating up at the front. Let's go back to your race leaders, because here is Dustin German. He has not only run down Travis Smith from a 1-second deficit, but he has brought Alex Coffey right along with him. And Alex has brought Biggerton Lowe, Compton and Lear, All right here, so everybody going to accordion back to each other. And here we go. Battle for the race lead, bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Dustin German. Lap led, going to go to Travis Smith, but German going to get the race lead for just a moment. Heading into turn number 1, can the Ford reclaim the race lead? Can that blue oval go back to lead in the race? The second Ford driver to lead here tonight. He's going to do so off of turn number 2. Slide up the racetrack. New race leader. And halfway down the backstretch, Dustin German going to take control of the race lead. And that's going to allow Alex Coffey to make a big move on Travis as well. Mr. Smith going to lose another spot. He's going to drop from first all the way back to third now. Looks like he's content to run into the tire tracks of the guys in front of him. So a lot going on here. Closing in on the halfway point of the Dirty Old Cars 160 right here live from Michigan International Speedway. And again, want to give a big time shout out to Brian Mescal Jr. putting on tonight's show, sponsoring tonight's race with the Dirty Old Cars 160. You can find and watch Dirty Old Cars on the History Channel week in, week out, every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Want to give a big shout out to one of the biggest influences behind the scenes here with the NextGen Racing Series. Jags, we appreciate you keeping us all straight on all the details at all times. Jags makes everything work behind the closed doors, so we do appreciate everything that she does for the entire league and all the information that she provides us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network to bring you such good coverage and such good information about all of these drivers here. And as we close in, I'm beginning to think we're closing in here on the halfway point. We've got about half of the field that has been to pit lane. And most of the drivers that have been to pit lane have found themselves with some trouble at some point in time throughout tonight's race. Remember, 3 quick cautions here tonight from Michigan International Speedway slowed the field down for a good majority of the first half of this race. But we've got, it looks to be, what is it, about 13... Yeah, there it is, 13 drivers. 13 out of your 24 drivers have been to pit road at some point in time here tonight. What's this do for fuel strategy? What's it do for tire strategy? How many more tires do those drivers have down on the pit wall? How much fuel do the guys that pitted back under our latest caution on lap number 14, how much fuel do they have? Travis Smith, your pole sitter, has yet to come to pit road. So there's at least a 14-lap difference on the fuel and tires right there just within your top 3. You gotta ask yourself, was that the move? Was that the right call for the man inside of that number 9 Chevy Camaro? Has Travis Smith made the right call by staying out as long as he has been able to? I mean, keep in mind, race fans, this could be working itself very closely into a big-time strategy call. We milled around down there on pit road during happy hour, got the thoughts and insights from a few of the crew chiefs and a few of the drivers on what they thought the correct strategies were going to be. And some of them are holding serve to those strategies that they had told us about. We're not going to mention the majority of the strategies out there. We don't want to give away any information. We don't want to have any of the teams out there mad at us. But here comes Brian Beach. He's going to fire his way around the bottom of the racetrack. Beach off of the lead lap. He came down to pit road back on lap number 31. So brand new, fresh tires here. And you can definitely tell a lot of speed down there on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to blow the doors off of Travis Smith. And now he's going to look to take and put himself back onto the lead lap the good old-fashioned way. He's going to make short work of the guys at the front of the field. So the fast guys, no match for the new tires on that Baja Blast Mountain Dew machine of Brian Beach. He's going to move his way back onto the lead lap. back into potential contention here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Without you, there would be no us, so we appreciate each and every one of you. Big time shout out to all of the sponsors all across the board. Big time shout out to Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet, nestled right there in Newton, North Carolina. That's right, it's the original Intimidator spot. Well, if you're looking for a great new or used cars, check out the guys over there at Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. You can find a link to the website right down in the description. Take yourself right over there. Get hooked up with some of the guys over there. Find your new ride now at DaleEarnhardtChevrolet.com. Don't forget, great merchandise and souvenir section over there, and as well get all of your official Earnhardt racing gear. Some great historic memorabilia to be had in the souvenir store and the shop over there at Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. So as you look at those car deals, don't forget to go on over there and check out some of the great merchandise as well. Add it to cart. You know you'll want to. We'll see you trackside with some of that great Earnhardt gear. That's Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. Big shout out to our Hard Charger Award as well. Jekyll Controls coming on, sponsoring the Hard Charger Biggest Mover of the Race Award here this season with these NextGen drivers, these Gen 6 Cup cars, putting on quite a show here from Michigan International Speedway. As we still got hot and heavy action for that top spot. Alex Coffey, it looks like he wants to lead a lap or two. Dustin German says not quite, not just yet. He's going to keep himself right there leading this field as we've got more drivers to pit road. Looks like the 15 Rainier Beer Ford Mustang has come down to pit road. He's already exited and got back up to speed, but the 15 will fall off of the lead lap. Seth Steele, Michael Boone also going to bring their cars down to pit road, so the 28 and the 51 going to visit their crew. So just past the halfway point, I tell you what, let's go ahead and give you a mid-race report. Your halfway highlights here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. Driver at the front of the field showing the way is Dustin German. Inside of that number 99 machine right here, battling for that top spot. He's going to lead him at the line. Dustin German trying to walk away with win number 1 this season. We'll see if he can get it done. The guy that started outside pole position. We've talked to him a handful of times so far this season. Got a great chance to catch up with him last week from Homestead Miami Speedway. Can Alex Coffey, the Georgia native, turn it around and walk away with a good finish here tonight? He's going to lead this lap this time by that number 19 machine. Meanwhile, back into third position inside of that number 34 machine. And we got a mass exodus. That's going to bring a little bit of a hiccup into this mid-race rundown. So I tell you what, let's pick that up after the green flag pit stops are all said and done. Wayne Lowe, Zachary Compton, John Van Leer, Dick Dillon, Blankenship, all going to come down to pit road this time around. And it looks like Travis Smith right there exiting pit road. He's going to fall off the lead lap, but he is right here with those race leaders, and he is right here with that number 15 machine. So the short pit paying off here for Ardina in that number 15 Bernier Beer machine. He's got a little bit of a Magic Man moment there. You can see some connection issues as he flashes across the racetrack. So we're going to look at this one. It looks to be about a 4-lap difference on the fuel and tires for the 15 back to the 9. So definitely fresher tires on that 9 of Travis Smith. But how long do your race leaders stay out? We're seeing that big undercut work here tonight for the 15. It worked for the 18 of Brian Beach as well. Beach out there, the first driver with the fresh tires on the field. The number 18 is going to be sitting in that 12th position. He's going to move into 11th as Michael Schultz bring the DuPont number 24 down to pit road. And something we haven't even mentioned with this round of green flag pit stops underway here is pit road penalties. You get popped on pit road at this point in the race, it could put an end to your evening. It's going to be hard pressed to make up deficits, to make up, especially if you end up off of the lead lap. It's going to be pretty hard pressed to make all that up without a handful or a rash of cautions here tonight. But we are now under a long green flag run. Latest caution flew at lap number 14. We have been clean and green for 32 laps straight here, and drivers beginning to show what they got right here front of this field. A lot of hard charging, fresh tires working their way up behind your race leader Alex Coffey, and Dustin German continuing to go at it for position, trying to hold that race lead down on the bottom of the racetrack. These are all fresh tires, everybody. Oh, Coffey with trouble, and the 01 gets caught up. Oh no, big trouble here. The 01 is going to get caught up. Big time trouble, and caution flag flies. Caution flag flies here for the fourth time at Michigan, and we've got big time trouble. Looks like Nathan Biggert involved in this one, and Seth Steele will also going to catch a piece of this action. What do you say we go back and check the replay? Let's watch how it all went down. Let's go to the Earnhardt replay. We're going to catch it just a little bit late there, unfortunately, but there's the oh my gosh. Ooh, Seth Steele, hard impact for Steele. Did you see that car hit that inside safer barrier? We're going to take a ride here. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that is... That makes me hurt, and I'm outside of the car. We're going to take one more look at it here. There it is. Big impact. Big impact for that number 28 machine, and that's going to pretty much do it for his evening. Tough break here. Contact coming out of the corner. Alex Coffey going to make contact with the 01 of Nathan Biggert, and that's going to send Biggert for a slide, and Seth Steele going to be along for the ride, and unfortunately Steele going to bear the brunt of this one. And it looks like he's going to be relegated to pit road for quite some time. So as we find ourselves under caution for the fourth time, pit lane going to open up. Race leader's going to head down pit road. What does this do to the field, though? What does this do to the drivers that already made those green flag pit stops? Will they stay out? Will they cycle around? Oh, man, it's going to be tough. Rolling the dice. I like it. The 3G number 8 machine of Chad Meadows. He's going to stay out. He's going to lead a lap here. Jan Van Leer, the 05. He's going to stay out for a lap as well. Matthew McMeekin, Wayne Lowe, they're all going to stay out on track. Everybody else to pit road. So as we've got a moment, let's finish out paying some of these sponsors. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with all your green flag action right here from Michigan International Speedway. What a night, what a run as we continue the Dirty Old Cars 160. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. You'll need to tow back to pit lane, press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and...
Impact trackside as drivers make their way off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. We're going to be double file here. We've got, I don't want to say we've got some gamblers, but we've got some gamblers. Inside of that number 3G, number 8. Chad Meadows, he was last on the pit road back at lap number 15. He's going to stay out and take control of the race lead, the 05 of Jan Van Leer. Leer was on the pit road back at lap number 43, so just prior to the caution. Matthew McMeekin, Wayne Lowe, Alex Coffey, all with fresh tires. Your pole sitter, Travis Smith, buried deep in traffic all the way back outside of your top 10. We'll see if Mr. Smith can make a run to the front here in the final 31 laps of tonight's Dirty Old Cars 160 pace car. Down and away, and we are ready to get back underway. And away we go. Green flag flies. As we drop the hammer, we've got drivers fanning out all over 2-3 wide with a big move for Wayne Lowe at the top of the racetrack. Lowe going to take advantage of a tough restart here in front of him. He's going to go 2-3 wide. Oh, Coffee slides way up the track. Big trouble. Oh, big impact. Oh, my gosh. Impact. Did you see that? 0-1. Oh, my goodness. Big time trouble in contact here coming off of turn number 2. Once again, that's going to put us under caution for the 5th time here tonight. We're going to take a quick replay right here. And oh my gosh. Just getting hooked, connected, and around they go. I believe that may have been the 51 Rowdy Energy machine right there. Yes, indeed it was. 51 caught up and involved here. The 01 of Nathan Biggert both going to have some contact and some issues. And that's going to put us under caution for the 5th time here tonight. One more look at it. Oh, big time trouble. 24, he's going to have some issues as well. Michael Schultz going to get caught up and involved in this one. We'll take a look at the vantage point and see what happened here from his point of view. And man, I'm telling you, just a lot going on these restarts and everybody pushing for position. We'll take a look right here. Oh my gosh. Right into your living room screens one more time. There it is, hard impact for a handful of drivers as we're under caution for the 5th time here tonight. We'll go back to the race lead. Big move there by Alex Coffey, sliding up the racetrack through 1 and 2. He was able to make the run off of 2, work out and grab that top spot by the time they headed down the backstretch. And now Chad Meadows gonna bring that machine down pit road. So the number 8 3G machine. 3G machine gonna make his way down to pit road for what could be, should be his final stop of the evening. Jan Van Leer is gonna join him. Matthew McMeekin, Zachary Compton, Dylan Blankenship, Michael Schultz, Nathan Biggert, and Michael Boone, all down to pit road. A lot of crazy action here from Michigan International Speedway as we find ourselves under caution for the 5th time here tonight. No retirements. We've still got everybody running out there on track. And how about this? We got to give a big shout out to this guy right here. If he can parlay this thing into a good finish, how about this? The man sitting in second right now in that number 77 Fast Ford Mustang, Lance Yancey, making a hard charge to the front, up 22 positions. I mean, that's almost absurd. Started basically dead last here tonight. Started all the way back. Well, he did start in 23rd, so I mean, just one spot away from absolute dead last here tonight. Inside of that Ford Performance number 77 Mustang, Lance Yancey looking to make a big splash here. Lance was one of those fast drivers in happy hour. Can he get the Super Snake in a position to strike and take the checkered flag here tonight from Michigan International Speedway? Looks like field should receive the one to go this time around, and we'll get ready to fire things off once again and go racing here from Michigan one more time. Lap number 54 on the board. 55 when we cross the line with the green flag action. And we'll have to wait to see how it all plays out here. Yeah, and, I want to say, Rain Man, I want to say that is a good strategy call. I mean, we've seen the difference in the tires, especially if there's about a 10-lap differential on those tires. We've seen the big-time advantage that those fresh Goodyear tires can do for these Gen 6 machines with the Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet NextGen Series. But with drivers coming to pit road right around lap number 48, 43, somewhere in that range, I think coming to pit road for these fresh tires may be a little bit of a stretch for an advantage. But every little bit of extra grip is always going to be a little bit of an advantage, and at least it gives you a little bit of a boost in the confidence area. So we'll see if that's going to be the right decision for the man inside of that GoPro 05 machine, Jan Van Leer, out there. He's going to restart this race outside of the top 15 here on lap number 54. So we'll see if Van Leer can work his way back to the top 10. Pace car down and away. We're going to get ready to go under green flag conditions once again here from Michigan International Superspeedway. Alex Coffey going to bring the field to the Geico restart zone on the gas, and green flag flies as Coffey nails that loud pedal. Field going to fan out just a little bit. Big move here behind Dustin German. He's going to drop down to the bottom of the racetrack. Look to the inside of Yancey as they work through 1 and 2. He's going to pull even now. Battle for second ensues. Contact, and up the racetrack goes Lance. More contact. The 15 going to catch the rear. Oh, my God. What started to look like a good night for the Super Snake Cobra number 77 Ford Performance machine of Lance Yancey has turned into a nightmare. Snake bit off of turn number 2. Contact with the rear end of the machine, and Lance going to get sent around, and he's going to get sent to the back of the field. He's going to drop all the way back outside of the top 20 here, so a tough break for the man inside of that Ford Performance machine. Lance Yancey going to have to work his way from a long way back now after that contact off of turn number 2, bringing us under our 6th caution of the evening. So as we have ourselves a little bit of a moment and a little bit of time, we're going to step away for a handful of commercial breaks here, pay a few more of the sponsors out there. You know how that is. You know how it is when you got bills to pay, so let's go ahead and pay them. We're going to step away from the racetrack for just a brief second. Race fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Dirty Old Cars 160. And back trackside, not missing any of the green flag action as promised as the field begins to get double file and work their way down the backstretch. We'll drop the hammer and nail the loud pedal and get back to racing, this time by with 22 laps to go. When we drop the hammer and take the green flag to resume racing, want to take a moment to address some questions out there in the chat. Kelly, the answer to that question, Damian Patton, a real estate group right there in Morganton, North Carolina, servicing the Rutherfordton area of North Carolina. If you reach out to Damian, I'm sure he can elaborate a little bit more extensively on the areas that he covers here in North Carolina. But I promise you, you can never be disappointed when you head to Damian Patton Real Estate. Make your next home your forever home. So as the pace car ducks off, we'll get back to Damian and his real estate company and everything going on with Damian here in just a few minutes. When some of the action may die down, we'll have to wait to see what happens, because on the gas, green flag flies quickly here once again. And Michigan International Speedway, Alex Coffey going to get off to a good jump here. Dustin German. A little slower on the gas this time, and German's going to have to deal with Wayne Lowe down on the bottom of the racetrack for a moment. Here comes Roy Hyde. Hyde with a great recovery here tonight, involved in an earlier incident, being pancaked almost into the outside wall and recovering well. The wily veteran right here looking to pull off the impossible and go from a wreck. Just stretching his legs in victory lane. Victory lane. Can he pull off the win in front of the hometown crowd? Oh, big trouble. Big trouble. We got a spin on the front stretch. The Monster Energy number 3 Toyota Camry of Rick Snyder. He's going to go for a big ride down through the infield after contact, coming across the nose and sliding down through the infield. No other cars involved in this one. So caution flag going to fly once again here. And, well, you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. And here at Michigan International Speedway, we are not, well, we're not prone to any difference than any other track here. So we'll bring the field back to a crawl one more time here. Let's go back. Let's take a look at the replay. Let's see what happened. There it is. A little bit of contact with the 11 machine coming across the nose of Christopher Spencer. So the Ford can send that number 3 sliding down to the inside, and there was some pretty significant contact with the front end of that next-gen machine. So the Monster Energy number 3 Toyota Camry going to have some issues here. We'll see if Rick Snyder heads to pit road this time around. So a tough break here late in the going. We're going to have less than 20 laps remaining when we get back under green flag racing conditions. So now's the time. Now's the time you got to choose what you got to do. Do you come to pit road, give up some track position, get some much fresher tires than the guys that are going to be in front of you, and look for a big run to the end? Caution flag going to fly on lap number 60. The majority of the field was last to pit road around lap number 48. We've got a difference out there from 43 to 52 on the pit road cycles here. So going to be interesting to see who comes to pit road, who stays out. A little bit of an okey doke moment there at the front for a handful of drivers. Does it pull anybody to pit lane? No, it doesn't. Nobody going to come to pit road inside of your top 10. Yeah, and I'm going to agree with that statement, Ray, man. The grass, it's a little bit of a slip and slide. I don't want to say it's a setup. You think the grass would help slow you down some, but once you hit the grass, you're just along for the ride, and the majority of the time, if you go back and you check some of the onboard telemetry, for some crazy reason, it's almost like you actually pick up speed when you begin those long slides through the grass, whether it's here at Michigan International Speedway or if it's anywhere else with the grass on the track. Even Chicagoland, one of those tracks where if you get yourself into the grass, you can find yourself sliding for a long way, and you're absolutely just along for the ride. It's like being on a sheet of ice in a front-wheel drive Honda. You just going wherever you're going. But it's almost like we were supposed to do it, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Want to give another big shout-out this week to the man not here in the field with us tonight. Him and his real estate group sponsoring the starting lineup in the pole position here with the Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet NextGen Series. Damian Patton, himself and his wife, having their first child just 2 weeks ago. So congratulations once again to Damian and Carmen. I hope you guys are enjoying the new parenthood. Hope you guys are absolutely soaking in all of the little moments that just seem to be so beautiful. Things that you're going to remember forever. With the birth of your first child. So again, congratulations to Damien and Carmen. I hope everything is okay, and I hope to see you guys back trackside very shortly, very soon. But until then, just absolutely enjoy the moment, soak it all in, and welcome to the Dad Club. We'll keep it that way. So here we are, under 20 to go. We're going to go double file down the back stretch. 17 laps remaining when we drop the hammer to go back. Green flag racing this time around. Dustin German, Alex Coffey will bring the field to the green flag. Roy Hyde and Wayne Lowe back in row number 2. Row number 3, Travis Smith and Matthew McMeekin, followed by Christopher Spencer and Jacob Delgado. Brian Beach and Dylan Blankenship round out your top 10 for this latest restart. And there's a lot of great recovery stories to cover here tonight. We got a lot going on here in the dirty old cars 160. And we got a lot more action to bring you here. 17 fast-paced laps here from Michigan, ready to roll, and on the gas. Green flag flies as Dustin German steps away. Roy Hyde going to jump right on the gas as well, and he's going to battle for that second position by the time to get to turn number 1 here. Hyde going to go to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take that spot away from Alex Coffey. Here comes Travis Smith. Smith looking to the inside, looking for third. Close racing off of turn 2. Almost trouble back there for the 15 machine. He almost gets together with another race car. Here comes the 34. Big move down to the bottom of the racetrack as Roy Hyde's going to slide way up to the high side. He's trying to keep that momentum built, but Alex Coffey going to take that second position back away. Now Hyde having to deal with Lowe. Travis Smith right here in line. Got 2 cars tucked in right behind him. That's going to be Christopher Spencer and Matthew McMeekin all over his rear deck lid. Close racing action here, and I tell you what, let's go on board. We got to get a great camera shot of this one. Who do we got out there? Let's go on board with the... Whoa, man, on the bottom of the racetrack. Close racing. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch, riding on board of the 34 of Wayne Lowe. You can see Travis Smith squeeze his way on by. Grab the position, grab another from Roy Hyde. That's going to move Smith back into third. Riding along with Lowe right here outside of your top 5, looking for a position. There's the 4 of Matthew McMeekin just off in that rear view mirror as Lowe going to keep it high on the racetrack and trying to take the position back from Christopher Spencer. We're going to jump back outside because there's just way too much action to be watching from inside of the cockpit here. 1, 2, 3 on the track. Throw a blanket over them as they head back down into turn number 3. Travis Smith going to dive down to the bottom of the racetrack looking for a little bit of an advantage. Smith has had an uphill climb since making his green flag pit stop. Caution flag going to fly right after that, and Smith was able to keep himself on the lead lap, but he's been relegated in the back of this field trying to make his way up through these rash of cautions in the final laps of tonight's race. And here we are with less than 15 to go, and we've got a lot of battling left still to be had there. Alex Coffey looks like he clipped the wall just a little bit there coming off of turn number 2. He's still going to make a run at Dustin German for that top spot. Travis Smith still trying to find a way by. Will we see somebody go 3 wide for the race lead off of turn number 4? And no, Smith's going to stay in line right now. We're going to keep it double file across the stripe, and Alex Coffey going to be accredited with that lap. And I do believe it's going to be close on the most laps led here. Alex Coffey with quite a bit of laps led, but Dustin German also catching with a handful of laps led as well. The number 15 has also gone quite a few laps led, and here it goes on the bottom of the racetrack. Fishing out there tonight. Travis Smith looking for that second spot, but he's going to be a man all alone on the bottom of the racetrack. Momentum up at the top. Smith going to move back to the top of the racetrack. Heading into turn number 1, he's going to recycle, reevaluate, and try to rerun it. And trying to get himself back up to the top spot with a handful of laps in our back pocket. It will drop that timing and scoring. Oh, trouble! Trouble! Roy Hyde with trouble. Big slide. What a save. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what you call wrecking without crashing. That had a wreck written all over it. Somehow, Roy Hyde was able to save that 00 machine and keep it heading in the right direction. I don't know how the man did it, but he absolutely had an amazing moment behind that wheel. Hot and heavy action here at the front of this field as we head down the backstretch. 11 laps remaining, knocking on the door of lap number 71 this time around. Travis Smith still trying to hunt the bottom of the racetrack, still trying to hunt the front, and here it is, right through the center of 3 and 4 for your race lead. The number 11 of Chris Spencer, he's going to go up the racetrack. Brian Beach going to bring his machine down to the bottom. Alex Coffey will prevail and take the control of the race lead high side with some help. Chris Spencer lined up right behind him. Here comes the move to the bottom of the racetrack for Travis Smith. Once again looking for that race lead. Not going to have the room to slide up. Not going to have the room to slide up. And he's going to stay battling for that second position now as the momentum in help is to the high side. What does Christopher Spencer do right here, though? Now he's going to be the man left high and dry all alone on that high side. The help's going to come to him here. Dustin German going to stay right behind him. Alex Coffey moving to the bottom of the racetrack. That's going to go to help Travis Smith just a little bit, with a little bit of a tow, heading back down into turn number 1. Less than 10 laps to go, and we've got a hot and heavy battle for your race lead. Travis Smith, Chris Spencer, and Alex Coffey all going at it. Up the racetrack, contact. Contact between the 11 and 19, and Travis Smith going to lose 2 positions on this one. He's going to move back to that 5th spot. Brian Beach going to put that 18 Mountain Dew Baja Blast Chevy Camaro inside of your top 5. And it's anybody's game at this point in time. If you're inside of the top 6, top 7, you're right here. All it's going to take is one misstep, one mishap, and there is going to be trouble on the track tonight. Oh, boy. Golly. I am telling you, these guys are laying it all out here, coming to the final few final few laps. Oh, my God, racing. Close here. Brian Beach all over the right side of Travis Smith through 3 and 4. The Monster Energy number 3 Toyota Camry digging on the bottom of the racetrack. He's looking for the front of the field. Travis Smith fading now. Last week's race winner fading, pinched 3 wide into 1. Oh my gosh. 3 wide through 1 and 2. Travis Smith in the middle. Close quarters off of turn number 2. And the man that was involved in our first caution of the evening. Right here, back inside of your top 5. Battling for position up 12 spots from where he qualified tonight. Dylan Blankenship in that Menards number 12 Ford Mustang, looking good, but it's the blue ovals at the front showing the way. The Mustangs will cross the line and give us just 6 to go. Just 6 laps remaining here as Chris Spencer has the race lead. Dustin German right there behind him. Man, that started outside pole position. Inside of the 19 machine, Alex Coffey with a great recovery here tonight as well. He's going to move himself into a podium position with just a handful of laps to go. Brian Beach with a good run. After he had trouble, he's going to move back inside of the top 5. Travis Smith struggling for a moment, had a lot of cars all over him, a lot of hungry drivers right here mixing things up, and Smith going to round out your top 5. With a high 5 on display from the boss man in the flag stand this last time around, we're going to have less than 10 miles of green flag racing action to be had here tonight in the Dirty Old Cars 160 live from Michigan International Speedway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all lined up right here. You can throw a blanket over them. You can try to snap your fingers because your top 5, look at that, 0.3 of a second difference from race leader to Travis Smith running in 5th. And now here comes Rick Schneider looking for position bottom of the racetrack. I think we're going to see some forced issues here coming down to these final few laps. I don't think we have seen the final yellow flag fly. I think we're going to see ourselves some trouble here in the next 2 laps or so. Now, I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm just saying these guys they're running all over each other, knowing what's at stake, knowing what's on the line, and wanting to become our 3rd different race winner in 3 different weeks. Can it all happen? Will it happen? What will happen over the course of these next 6 miles? Travis Smith looking for a position inside of the top 5. Once again, he's going to look down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take the position away from Brian Beach, running in that 4th position. Dustin German right there running in 3rd, trying to take over 2nd, and there it is. Caution. Caution flag's going to fly. Caution flag will fly, and that will put us beyond official race distance. We're going to move into overtime. We're going to set things up for our first green-white checkered attempt here tonight from Michigan International Speedway. And let's go back. Let's check the replay. Let's see what happened with the 76 of Jeff Ottinger. And contact, bump, bump, bang. Around he goes along the inside wall. And the 76 machine going to go for a long top spin down the backstretch and come to a rest without hitting anything else. But very troubling moments here now for your race leaders. They've got fresh tires behind them. We're going to jump back live with the front of your field. You can see that number 3 Monster Energy machine. That Monster Energy Toyota Camry of Rick Schneider. He came to pit road back at lap number 61. He has got the freshest tires inside of the top 10. And with this green-white checkered attempt about to unfold, does it give him the clear-cut advantage that he needs to make big moves and get to the end? And oh my gosh, we got drivers to pit road. Ooh, boy, big change here. Big change here. Who's willing to risk it for the biscuit here tonight at Michigan International Speedway for the Dirty Old Cars 160? Looks like we've got 5 drivers willing to roll the dice, and Christopher Spencer going to take over the race lead. The number 11 of Christopher Spencer going to restart the race from the point. He's going to have a fellow Ford driver beside him, Dylan Blankenship, recovering well here tonight. He's going to pick up 15 positions from where he qualified, but recover from an on-track incident. Brought out the first caution of the evening inside of that Blue Death. Menards number 12 machine. Blankenship's going to roll off for this restart outside the front row. Matthew McMeekin, though, how about this number 4? The Bush number 4 of Matthew McMeekin. Tied for the biggest mover of the race, tied for that Jekyll Control Hard Charger Award. Matthew McMeekin up 17 positions so far here tonight. Can he pick up 1 or 2 more and walk away with a checkered flag? How about the run by the man behind him? Inside of that outline, number 48 machine. We've seen Jacob Delgado caught up and involved in 2 separate incidents here tonight. And here he is running with a chance for the race win inside of the top 5. The outline, number 48 machine, will roll off for the restart in 4th. Chad Meadows in that 3G. Number 8 machine. Also up 17 positions, so there's the battle for the Jekyll Controls Hard Charger Award. It's going to come down between McMeekin and Meadows. Can either pick up a position and secure those bonus points with that Jekyll Controls Hard Charger Award. We're going to have to wait to see how it all unfolds under our final few laps. We're going to have a green-white checkered coming at you this time by. All right, race fans, let's hear it. Who you got out there? Let's hear it in the chat. Who you got out there? Who you think can get the job done and bring home the checkered flag? Looks like it's going to be set up for a fresh face to victory lane. Previous race winner Travis Smith going to start way outside of the top 5. He's going to start back in 7th. The Nigel Christensen listed off of the lead lap, so Christensen not going to be able to get that repeat win tonight. We're going to roll to the restart zone on the gas, and green flag flies for your first green-white checkered attempt. Field going to fan out just a bit. Smith going to make a move to the bottom of the racetrack as Christopher Spencer scoots away from the field. Matthew McMeekin moves to the bottom. Travis Smith looking to his inside. 2-3 wide for second position as we work our way off of turn number 2. It's a big mix-up. Well, we got drivers making contact. They're going to head to the inside of the racetrack. We stay green flag racing here with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Shot McCann, Dustin German takes those fresh tires, and he's going to put it to the front of the field. Alex Coffey right there. Travis Smith right behind him. 1, 2, 3 on the racetrack as white flag flies. Final lap here from Michigan. Heavy racing action here outside of your top 3. Dustin German able to step away just a little bit from Alex Coffey, trying to work his way down the backstretch. Big wreck behind the 83 is going to go around. We're going to stay green flag racing, though. Final corner tonight. Dustin German has just got about a half a mile to go. Big move by Travis Smith on the bottom of the racetrack, looking for second. He's going to crown Coffey coming off of turn number 2. Big race and drag race to the line. And Dustin German will take the checkered flag and become our 3rd different race winner so far in 3 weeks. Alex Coffey with a great recovery. He's going to finish in 2nd. How about the run back through the field for Travis Smith? He's going to run away with the 3rd spot here. So Smith, with a late race run, almost gets back to the front, but let's not take away from the man walking away with that checkered flag. Job well done on the inside of that number 99 Ford Mustang, the SRTV. Number 99 Ford Mustang, Dustin German, takes the checkered flag here in the Dirty Old Cars 160. And biggest mover of the race, we're going to go ahead and highlight him real quick. There you can see making his way down with that Super Snake Cobra Ford Performance number 77 machine. Lance Yancey going to walk away with the Jekyll Controls Hard Charger Award. So as German parks it on the front stretch and begins to give the fans a smoke show and post-race celebration, we're going to step away and get things ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. in backtrack side after the conclusion of tonight's Dirty Old Cars 160 right here from Michigan International Speedway. What a race. What a run. We seen green, white checkers tonight. We seen crashes going on down the backstretch on that final lap. We seen some great action at the front. Great racing all the way to the line. Big moves being made to secure some great finishes. And I tell you what, we're going to kick things off here with these post-race interviews. We're going to see if we can't grab our good buddy, the guy that walked away with last week's race win. He's going to finish tonight's race after snatching the Damian Patton Real Estate Pole Award and rolling off the starting grid in first. He's going to snatch the third and final spot on the podium this week. Travis, it's Dave. You got us. Hey, man, may not be the finish you wanted starting from the pole position, but a good way to follow up a race-winning performance last week from Homestead, coming to another big track, another tough track here at Michigan. You can't complain about walking away with a podium.
You know, a really fast car. I felt like there in the first half we was decent. Some of the guys got off a pit strategy there, and it worked out for them. I looked up with like a 1.4 second lead, which is really comfortable here. And then the next lap, I looked up to half a second lead. Those fresh tires was running me down real quick, but I was able to hang with them after they cleared me. I could use their draft and kind of stick with them. But then we had a rash of cautions there, so it kind of evened everybody out, but really hurt us because it buried me back about 12th to 8th, I think, there. So it kind of hurt us on the pit strategy.
Yeah, we seen a lot of trouble, a lot of drivers struggling with the cars off of turn number 2. Was it a product of just a hot track, or are these cars just that big of a handful to manage with the transition of the banking from the corner to the backstretch?
You know, it's so easy and so inviting to get back to the gas here early because of the way the track is. It's a long track. You're back in the gas way back over here in turn 1. You're back in the gas, and it feels so good. And you're like driving, you got it. And then all of a sudden at once you don't have it. And when you don't have it, it's usually big because there's a bunch of people right behind you, and they can't check up in time, you know. And I think that's what we saw a lot, is a lot of guys getting snappy loose where they got a lot of wheel cranked in, and then it comes around, and then you got some guys that don't have enough wheel cranked in, and they kind of pancake it, and then 2 rows back from that is just chaos. And I think it was a lot of the problem here.
Yeah, well, we did see quite a bit of troubles off of turn 2 here tonight, as you said and mentioned. It did look like some drivers having a little bit of issues with maybe too much wheel cranked in it or not enough, and, you know, it just kind of snowballs on down from there. But nonetheless, let's get back to the point. Travis, you've started this season off to a good start. You came into tonight's race excuse me, as your overall points leader. You're going to walk away with a podium spot with a bonus point in your back pocket as well for that pole position. So you're starting the season off right. Hopefully you get to continue these great runs throughout the season. Hopefully we can catch up a little bit more. But before we let you go here tonight from Michigan International Speedway, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, to wife and kids. You know, let me do this. I think they go to bed early on Sunday night, so they don't have to hear me scream and yell at everybody. But no, and then, you know, the NextGen went through a lot of stuff to get this thing going and get it off the ground. You know, they've done a really good job with that. And, you know, like I said last week, having you back in the booth, it's like old times, man. I get to go in here and watch the broadcast again. That's really cool. I haven't done it in a long time. Last year, you couldn't hear some of the stuff going on. So, but anyway, yeah, just everybody that's putting this thing together, and appreciate the drivers that come out here. It's a rough night tonight, but going into the 3rd, 4th race of the season with only 1 caution or maybe 2, that was huge. And everybody's doing a great job.
All right, well, Travis, as always, man, it's a pleasure catching up with you in these post-race interviews, and you got yourself another barn burner to watch here later tonight or tomorrow while you're at work. So I suggest you have yourself a drink and a little bit of popcorn on tap, because you're going to need something, man. It's quite a bit of a show. So with all that being said, my man, as always, stay safe. Keep it fast, and until next time, we'll see you trackside.
Peace out.
All right, there you have it. Travis Smith from pole position to final spot on the podium here tonight. The Dirty Old Cars 160 from Michigan International Speedway, and that's going to move us right along in your finishing order. We're going to work our way down the line, and let's see if we can't dial up the man inside of that number 19 machine. Walking away second here from the track tonight, Alex Coffey. It's Dave. You got us?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after another podium finish, walking away here tonight with second? I know you would have liked it to been one more position, but is there anything you think you could have done on that green, white, checkered restart to maybe get there?
Yeah, actually, I had a run there taking the white down the front stretch, and I kind of got a little loose getting into one and killed my chance at it going down the back stretch. But also on that restart, I was kind of behind a guy that didn't take off quite as quick as everybody else, so it was an uphill battle from there.
Well, Alex, you gave your fans out there joining us in the chats over there on the YouTube side of things something to cheer about, something to watch here tonight. You were up at the front. You had a little bit of a moment. You were back in the back of the field for a moment, then worked your way back to the front for a great finish. Is there anything you think you could have done differently, maybe mid-race, to put yourself in a position to where you didn't get a little bit behind?
Yeah, I made a few dumb mistakes early. Took a few guys with me, so I want to apologize to them first too. But I don't know, it's an up and down race, man. I wish that the yellow wouldn't have came out with 2 to go. I felt like we had it in the bag there, but Michigan's not my favorite track at all, so we'll go to our short track next week and hopefully have more success at it.
All right. Well, Alex, we don't want to keep you around too long here tonight. So, again, congratulations on another great run, backing up last week's good performance at Homestead with another podium finish here tonight from Michigan. So, before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home or at the race shop?
Oh yeah, shout out my mom. She's probably out there watching. Shout out Jags and everybody that puts this league on. You for doing the broadcast. Shout out my teammate Nigel. His wheel disconnected midway through the race, which ain't the best moment. But he battled back. One more caution, he probably would have got his lucky dog, been back on the lead lap. But stuff happens. We'll get him next week.
All right, my man. Well, Alex, again, you're making it a habit to talk to us here in these post-race interviews, and we hope the habit continues. But until next time, as always, stay safe and keep it fast.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the man that walked away with second here tonight. A little bit of an up and down evening to his own admissions there. Alex Coffey still going to walk away with a fine finish. He's going to walk away with second. And for the first time in a long time, we're going to bring back somebody that we've been used to talking to before, and we're going to get the opportunity to catch back up with him in victory lane for the first time in a long time. Dustin, it's Dave. First off, congratulations on your checkered flag race-winning performance, but, man, also, good to see you again.
Yeah, man, good to see you too. It's been a while, dude. Just glad to get back into victory lane. It's been a while there also, so maybe it was just meant to be.
A crazy little race here. Let's not make no bones about it. We had ourselves a handful of cautions here. A big little mix-up at the end put us into green-white checkered territory. Walk us through the decision to come down pit road and take tires with knowing that you've only got 2 laps to get it done.
Well, earlier in the race, I pitted on like lap 15. I had damage from a wreck, and I took tires, and I believe most of the field were still on our older tires, but we really hadn't done any green flag runs because of the cautions. But, man, the new tires just set this thing on fire. So I was like, well, I don't want to be the guy out there defending on old tires. I'd rather have new ones, and we'll just see how it goes. And like I said before, I stuck it to the top and held her down, and she stuck, and we went.
Well, sometimes I hate to use the term send it, but sometimes you just got to send it, and And well, I don't want to say close your eyes, but sometimes you just got to go along for the ride. And fortunately enough for you tonight in your 99 crew, it paid off and got you to victory lane. So now with this race win in your back pocket, just 3 races into the season, we're heading to a short track next week. What's your outlook and how are you going to approach the next few weeks? Is it all about points racing for a minute, knowing you got 1 win in your back pocket, or are you going to go out there and try to set the track on fire, trying to walk away with as many wins as you can this season?
We're definitely shooting for top 5s, top 10s, but man, if the opportunity comes up, we're going to take it. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this new car. I hadn't really raced it a lot. I don't know about anybody else how much experience they have in the car, but it kind of threw me for a loop last week at Homestead. Man, I was loose everywhere. I couldn't even touch the gas. But big win this week. I'm always glad to go to Michigan. Not sure exactly where we're going next week, but I'm up for the challenge, man.
All right, well, Dustin, again, man, it's been a pleasure to watch you out there on the track. You gave us a handful of moments, of exciting moments throughout tonight's race. A crazy little finish here at Michigan to get yourself to victory lane. So congratulations on all that. Again, it's been a pleasure to catch back up with you. Been quite some time, and it's always good to see familiar faces back in familiar places. And you're going to park that machine right there in victory lane, so job well done. But before we let you go and soak things up here tonight, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home?
Yeah, I'll give you a shout out, Dave, and Turn 3 Racing Network for doing this thing every week, and Earnhardt Chevrolet for sponsoring our series, NextGen series, all the guys and girls that come out here and participate every week and do what they got to do to make this thing run. And it was just a fun race, man. A lot of action all the way through. Can't wait to go back and watch it. And SRTV on the hood, my team, Smoke Show Racing.
All right, well, Dustin, again, congratulations on your winning performance here tonight. Until next time, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, there you have it. Race winner Dustin German used some strategy from some knowledge gained earlier in tonight's event to make the strategy call, to make the call to come to pit road and get those fresh tires for that final green-white checkered attempt here tonight in the Dirty Old Cars 160. Dustin German becomes your 3rd different race winner in 3 weeks here at the Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet Next Gen Series. What a night, what a run here from Michigan International Speedway. If you wanted battles, if you wanted high speed, you got it all here tonight. What a run all night long. And it sounds like producers hitting those buttons in the background, so you know the sounds. You know it's time for us to run down tonight's unofficial race results. The Dirty Old Cars 160 walking away with that checkered flag in hand, parking it in victory lane, the number 99 of Dustin German. The 19 of Alex Coffey going to slide home in second with Travis Smith, rounding out your podium drivers here tonight in that 9. Waylon McConnell going to walk away 4th. 5th place tonight belongs to Wayne Lowe with Michael Schultz sliding home in 6th. The Mountain Dew Baja Blast number 18 of Brian Beach will walk away from Michigan tonight in 7th position with Jan Van Leer turning things around. And Van Leer will finish up 10 positions and inside your top 10 in the 8th spot. Biggest mover of the race walking away with that Jekyll Control Hard Charger Award inside of the Super Snake Cobra. Ford Performance number 77, Lance Yancey walks away 9th. Chris Spencer back in 10th with Roy Hyde 11th. Dylan Blankenship going to recover from an early spin to put the number 12 in 12th. 4 of Matthew McMeekin walks away from the track tonight in 13th. 14th position for Michigan International Speedway belongs to Chad Meadows with Jacob Delgado back in 15th. Rick Snyder 16th. Jeff Ottinger going to walk away tonight in 17th. 18th place belongs to Thomas Watts. Final few positions here tonight go a little something like this. Previous race winner, wheel disconnecting it all. He's going to finish first. Driver 1 lap down in the 19th position. That's Nigel Christensen. Nathan Biggert going to walk away 20th with Zachary Compton right behind him. Seth Steele in 22nd. 23rd belongs to Michael Boone with Raymond Herdita walking away with the final spot in the point standings here tonight. The number 15 Rainier Beer Machine has some early troubles, and he's going to finish the 11 laps down in 24th. That's going to do it for your unofficial race results. What a night. What a run for all the drivers and cars out there on the speedway. Want to give a big time shout out to all of the sponsors: Jekyll Controls, Damian Patton Real Estate Group, as well as your title sponsor, Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet. You can find a link in the description right over there. Head on down in the description. There it is right there. Click that link, head on over, and check out some of the great deals, products, new and used cars over there at DaleEarnhardtChevrolet.com. So with everything being said and the race already in the bag, we're going to begin to cut off the lights and roll up the courts and get ready for some short track action next week. But first, if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash the bell. Up there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're sliding in to say, hey, you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So with all that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.